Hello everybody, my name is Brianna Bilo and I'm a meteorologist here with the National Weather Service in Grand Junction, Colorado, and this is your April 2022 monthly climate summary. So starting off with our story of the month, we had a mid-April round of wild weather across eastern Utah and western Colorado, where we had strong gusty winds prompting many wind highlights, wind advisories, and high wind warnings across the area, followed by some heavy mountain snow, 6 inches to a foot in places, higher elevations, possibly even more, and then a hard freeze following that right at the beginning of growing season. Luckily, we didn't freeze out any of the peaches in the Grand Valley, but the concern was there. And all of this happened over the course of about 3 days. It was pretty wild spring weather. As far as our April 2022 high temperatures, our warmest high for the month was 83 in Grand Junction on the 23rd of April, and the coolest high temperature of the month was 69 degrees in Aspen on the 21st. As far as our low temperatures, our coldest low is once again in Craig on the 13th of April, with a low of 9 degrees, and our warmest low temperature, also on the 13th of April, was in Grand Junction with a low of 23 degrees. And these cold temperatures that occurred on the 13th and the 14th were also associated with that storm that brought us all the wild cold weather. So, yeah. As far as precip is concerned, unfortunately, all of our 10 reporting stations came in below average for the month. The most precipitation fell in Craig, and they were only about 0.6 of an inch under, while the least precipitation fell in Durango, and they were about 0.9 of an inch under, and Craig got a little over an inch, and Durango only got about 0.2 of an inch over the course of the month. As far as the drought update, though, there has really been little change as far as the drought monitor is concerned. We have lost a few of these patches of D0 abnormally dry areas, but for the most part, we have not expanded any of the D3 exceptional drought, nor really have the D1 or D2 expanded beyond the D1 taking over where the D0 was. And as far as the monthly drought outlook per the CPC, these areas that were in D0, we are still looking at drought redevelopment likely. And then for the remainder of the area, we are looking at drought persisting. Same story as we've been seeing for the last month, the last year, unfortunately. As far as our snowpack, and these are as of May 7th, eastern Utah, pretty much there's very little snowpack left, with the southeastern Utah basin only at 10% of normal, and the northeastern Uintas only at about 50% of normal. Eastern portions of the Duchesne River basin are doing a little bit better, but even still, obviously, we've definitely started seeing some melt out across eastern Utah. And then as far as western Colorado is concerned, unfortunately, we are seeing the same thing where we've pretty much melted out completely in the San Juans and the upper Rio Grande. As of the day that I'm recording this was about 10 days prior. The central mountains and the northern mountains are holding on to their snowpack a little bit better. We are actually looking to see a little bit of snow come in later this month with a system that will maybe bolster the northern and central mountains a little bit, but unfortunately, as far as the San Juans are concerned, we're pretty much done with snow for the season. As far as the May climate outlook, we are looking at odds favoring some above normal temperatures across southern portions of the area, while we are looking at equal chances of above or below normal temperatures for the rest of eastern Utah and western Colorado. And then precipitation-wise, we are looking at odds favoring below normal precipitation across the board. And that's it for April. I will see you again in a couple weeks for the May climate summary. Thanks, everybody.